Stop ruining things. Endymion recently made a video about how woke DI pushers are ruining men in video games and movies and stuff, and you can go and check that video out. But I want to go the extra mile. I want to tell woke DI pushers to stop ruining everything. Stop ruining men, stop ruining women, stop ruining games, stop ruining movies, and stop ruining TV shows. You guys actually thought that having a character in Stranger Things come out as gay while the world is at stake was a good idea? Or some Dragon Age Veilguard writers over there? It sounds like they are. Got the same Tosh energy there. Then there's movies. How many perfect Mary Sues and Gary Stews can we have being the best at everything before we realize that movies about that or other modern tropes don't work? Star Wars worked best when we had flawed characters. Luke was a great pilot, but he was young and impatient and had a lot to learn. Leia was more worldly wise, but she had trouble trusting people who were trying to help her. Also, while she had the attitude of a modern day girl boss at first, she was she was unable to save herself and her people on Alderaan. She physically needed help. Were characters talented back then? Yes, but they were not perfect. They had flaws, but also depth. We felt like we related to them, and they didn't even look like us. That's a common denominator with good entertainment. It's not just about how a character looks, it's about how a character acts. How a character acts. We can't relate to these modern characters even though they look like us. And that brings us to video games. We hate watching these modern characters and in these games, we hate playing as them. Abby from The Last of Us 2 is a great example of this. She kills a beloved character, Joel, and then we're forced to play as her. And Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League took that crap to the next level. 5 heroes of the DC universe were killed by 4 fanfiction characters that vaguely resembled villains we knew from other games, TV shows, movies, and comics. They were joined by 4 others, and then they solved the big problem of the game with guns. Not unique powers like in legitimate games. Guns. Like a parody. I come to the conclusion that woke DI pushers make some of the best parodies ever. But they don't call them parodies. They call them modernized. Their parodies are too serious, and their serious moments are hilarious. They have their roles reversed, and they hate lore because the lore doesn't give them what they want. So they try to make their own lore, and that stuff is parody hate fiction, perfect for original products that don't cost much to make. Ironically, woke DI pushers are perfect for making standalone indie series. But they want to make AAA game sequels and remakes. Those things always do worse than the original games, and we fans will point out every change you guys make to the original. It's better to just make new games with new characters and leave the non-woke franchises, game franchises alone. I also know about the woke push going on behind the scenes. The one where they are trying to force designers to conform to their bullcrap. We know that stuff is going on, and when we see it, we will avoid those games too. The best plan for you woke DI pushers is to stop ruining games. Leave AAA games as sequels to the established studios and just make your own. Close down all those consultant companies and just make indie PSA games. You fools in the AAA space only cause problems. Unless that's what you want to do. If that's the case, then you're going to fail at that too. Many companies are waking up and rejecting woke DEI stuff now. Loss of millions of dollars will do that. And companies and studios that are trying to follow your ways will fail, and people from them could form new studios. I wouldn't ask them if they wanted to embrace woke DEI if I were you. That's probably what drove them off in the first place. I'm your Wilcox. And in what a crazy time they live in. So many once legendary game studios are gone now, and now new ones are taking their places. Old characters are getting corrupted, and new ones are being made that will surpass them. Sadly, woke DI is part of that cycle because they destroy so much. Or those that resist it, prove their worth 1,000 times over. Games like Stellar Blade, Black Myth Wukong, Warhammer Space Marine 2, and South Park Snow Day, in my opinion, show that you don't need to win awards and get critic approval to make good games. There are many YouTube video series and movies out there that destroy these cookie cutter professional Wonder movies. You ruining things sucks, but it's not the end. But if you stop ruining things, that would be even better.